fast once we understand. Again it is a cat replica question. There is a graph given, ax square plus bx plus c. The graph is given like this, alpha and beta, right? How many options are always true? Are always true. How many options are always true? First one, a less than 0. Second one, b square less than 4ac. Third one, c greater than 0. Fourth one, a and b are opposite in sign. How many of the options are always true? Right? Very, very good question. This is a true CAT question, sir. This is how the questions in CAT and XAT exam come. There is a graph that is given, ax square plus bx plus c. How many options are always true? The graph is going upwards. The graph is going upwards. If the graph is going upwards, the first conclusion is a is greater than 0. The graph is touching the axis. The graph is touching the axis at 2 points. The graph is touching the axis at 2 points. As you can see, discriminant is d greater than 0. This option is out. This option is out. Right graph is to the RHS of y-axis. Graph is to the RHS of y-axis. That means alpha and beta are positive, because if it is 0, anything which is to the right, it is positive. These negative, these positive, these negative. Now we will do alpha plus beta is nothing but minus b by a. Alpha and beta both are positive, so here it is positive. Graph is going upward, so it is positive. Obviously b should be positive. Why? Because negative into positive is negative. Oh, b negative, so b cannot be positive. Sorry sir, b cannot be positive. B has to be negative. B has to be negative, because negative into negative is positive. Negative into negative is positive. B cannot be positive. That means B has to be negative. B has to be negative. If B is negative, A is positive. A is positive here. B is negative here. A and B are of opposite sign. A and B are of opposite sign. This is possible. Similarly, product of the roots C by A, both are positive. A is positive. C will also be positive. Positive will be positive by positive is also always positive. That means C is greater than 0. A and B are of opposite sign. So how many of them are right? 2 options are always right. 2 options are always right. I hope the idea is clear. There used to be some years before, there is this business school. The name of the business school is Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. There was one weird paper which they conducted. There is a question, there is an option, there is an option. Option 1 is right. Option 1, 2 is right. Option 1, 2, 3 is right. All options are right. Right? That means every question is nothing but 4 sub questions. Generally, we solve a question, we tick mark the option. He gave an option, option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. Options it is, options 1 and 2 are right, option 2 and 3 are right, option 1, 2, 3 are right, option 1, 2, 3, 4 right. Very complicated paper. They conducted it once and they removed it because of the kind of negative things that happened, because the paper became a most cumbersome paper. Number of attempts are very less, and your understanding should be, especially non-max students, that emotional heart will be more than they will give up in the first few minutes only. I hope it is clear. One more beautiful question based upon graphs. One more question we will solve. Last question for the algebra session number 2, fundamentals question, before we solve the CAT workshop. Another question. F of x equivalent to ax square plus bx plus c. How many of the options how many of the options are always, how many of the options are always true, are always or must true? Sometimes yes, sometimes no is not allowed. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. What are the options? Options it is, first option a greater than 0, second option b less than 0, third option c greater than 0, fourth option b square equivalent to 4ac. B square equivalent to true. How many options are always or must true? First key point, the graph is going downwards. The graph is going downwards. If the graph is going downwards, a will be less than 0. The graph is touching the axis at 2 points. Graph is touching the axis at 2 points. D will be greater than 0. D will be greater than 0. So which all are out? This is out and this is out. This is alpha is positive, beta is negative. The diagram is not drawn to the scale. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. It is not at all drawn to the scale. So we don't know. Alpha could be 2, beta could be -2, alpha could be 3, beta could be -1, alpha could be 1, beta could be -3. So alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a. Alpha plus beta, here the first case it is the value is 0, second case it is positive, third case it is negative. No conclusion can be drawn. Alpha plus beta can be 0, can be positive, can be negative. We cannot draw any conclusion because the nature of alpha and plus beta we don't know. Alpha beta is c by a. One is positive, one is negative. This is negative. The graph is going downwards. This is negative. That means c will be positive. C is positive. How many options are must true? Option C. Option B I am eliminating because there is a chance of may or may not be. May or may not be is not a must condition. Must means in all the possible cases it should be true. I hope all these fundamental problems are clear to you. Kindly reply in the live chat. Kindly reply in the live chat in case if it is clear to you. Is this idea clear to you? I hope it is clear. Now we will go and solve the algebra cat workshop 2. All these problems we already did it. Where are we right now? These are right. Now see here. First question, if the ratio of the roots of a1x square plus b1x plus c1, right? So let me take a sample equation, x square minus 5x plus 6 equivalent to 0. X is nothing but 2 by 3. Ratio of the roots is 2 by 3. Okay. It is equivalent to the ratio of the roots. So these also equal. 2 by 3 is equivalent to 4 by 6. That means ratio roots I will take it as 4 and 6. So the equation will become x square minus 10x. X square minus 10x plus 24 equivalent to 0. Are you all with me? Two variables, two equations. So a1 is nothing but 1. b1 is nothing but minus 5. c1 is nothing but 6. Next one, a2 is nothing but 1. b2 is nothing but minus 10. c2 is nothing but 24. c2 is nothing but 24. a1 by a2, 1 by 1. b1 by b2, minus 5 by minus 10, 2. c1 by c2. C1 by C2. C1 by C2, it is nothing but 1 by 4. So 1 by 2 whole square is nothing but 1 into 1 by 4. B square equivalent to AC. That means the values are in GP. That means the values are in GP. Substitution method. Substitution method. Substitution method. Why we did substitution method? Question contains variables. Answer also contains variables. This is the condition for AP. This is the condition for GP, and B equivalent to 2AC by A plus C. This is the condition for HP. So if I want to check whether the numbers are in AP, GP and HP, so we will check whether the middle value is double the other values. Middle value on square is the product of other values or the harmonic mean. Substitute some random values. 13th question, I hope it is clear to you. 13th, I hope it is clear to you. 14th one, if the roots of the equation are reciprocal to each other, product of the roots is nothing but C by A. For the quadratic equation, AX square plus BX plus C equivalent to 0. Roots are reciprocal to each other. If one root is alpha, another is 1 by alpha. Alpha into 1 by alpha is C by A. C is nothing but A. So here 2 is nothing but P. Constant should be equivalent to coefficient of x square. So P value is nothing but 2. P value is nothing but 2. Question is based on the reciprocal of the roots. Very easy question. Question is based on the reciprocal of the roots. Next one, read the question. There is an equation x square minus bx by ax minus c equivalent to m minus 1 by m plus 1. M plus 1. This is nothing but x square minus bx into m plus 1 equivalent to ax into m minus 1 minus c into m minus 1. Now, this is nothing but x square minus b into m plus 1 minus a into m minus 1. This is nothing but minus of x plus c into m minus 1 equivalent to 0. Am I right? What is the question? The roots are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. Alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a. Alpha is equivalent to minus beta because they are in opposite in sign. Opposite in sign, what is the condition? Coefficient of x should be 0. Coefficient of x should be 0. So, mb plus b plus ma minus a equivalent to 0. So, m into a plus b equivalent to a minus b. Answer is a minus b by a plus b. What is the root cause of this problem? Coefficient of x should be 0. Coefficient of x should be 0. Coefficient of x is easily determined. This into this and this into this. Minus b into m plus 1, put everything to the left hand side. So coefficient of x should be 0. Roots are reciprocal to each other. Constant should be equivalent to coefficient of x square. Roots are equal but opposite in sign. Coefficient of x should be 0. Coefficient of x should be 0. Idea is clear? Now, another question. Beautiful question, sir. Please make a note of it. Please make a note of it. Suppose there is an equation ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. If this equation has got negative roots, if this equation has got negative roots, what do you mean by negative roots? Alpha is negative and beta is negative. So alpha plus beta, it will always be negative. That means alpha plus beta should be less than 0, first condition. Alpha plus beta should be less than 0, first condition. Second condition, because it has got roots, root is a point which touches the axis, discriminant should be greater than or equivalent to 0. And third one, to discuss the third one, let us take this example, x square plus 5x plus 4. The roots of these equation are -1 -4. If I put x equivalent to 0, these 4 is greater than 0. The graph is like this. So x is, if I put x equivalent to 0, the value is coming out to be positive. The value is coming out to be positive. So f of 0 should be greater than 0. So that means if any quadratic equation has got negative roots, what are the conditions that we need to use? Discriminant greater than or equivalent to 0, sum of the roots is less than 0, and f of 0 is greater than 0. All these three conditions should be satisfied for the equation to have negative roots. So the first condition is 2 into k plus 1 whole square. 2 into k plus 1 whole square, right? So what we will do is, shall we go with the answer option? So if I go with the answer options, see here, k is less than or equivalent to 0. Let us see if k is equivalent to -1. If k is -1, what will be the equation? Forget about this condition, go by the answer options. X square plus -1 plus 1, this will become 0. Minus 1, -9 minus 5. So this will become x square minus 14 equivalent to 0. X square, am I right? K is -1. Minus 14 is equivalent to 0. That means x is coming out to be root 14. Root 14 is positive. These are not possible. These are not possible. Suppose if I take k equivalent to 2. X square plus k is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 2s are 6. Here 6 is, x is there. 6x plus k is 2. 18 minus 5, 13. X square plus 6x plus 13. X square plus 6x plus 13. These are nothing but x plus 3 whole square plus 4 equivalent to 0. X plus 3 whole square is -4. I am getting a d less than 0. These also not possible. These also not possible. Check for option C and option D. Which one will satisfy? That one will be the answer. Which one will satisfy? That one will be the answer. If you are not comfortable in condition execution, you can go by the options. Option C, k greater than or equivalent to 6. K equivalent to 7. If I substitute k equivalent to 7, x square plus 8 into 2, 16x plus 63 minus 5, which is 58 equivalent to 0. 58 equivalent to 0. Here you can use Descartes sign. Descartes rule of signs. Descartes rule of signs. Positive to positive, positive to positive. 0 positive real roots. 0 positive real roots. Suppose if I replace x with minus x. If I replace x with minus x, x square minus 16x plus 58 equivalent to 0. Positive to negative, negative to positive. That means 2 negative real roots are there. 2 negative real roots are there. So 2 negative real roots. I want only this. I hope it is clear. You don't need to. Otherwise, you have to do d greater than or equivalent to 0, alpha plus beta less than 0, f of 0 is greater than 0. This is a traditional way of solving. You can also solve by using answer option approach. That is what I showed it for you. Answer option approach, you can do it. I hope the idea it is clear. 16th one. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation, that means alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Product of the roots alpha beta is c by a. Similarly, alpha plus h and beta plus h are the roots of the equation alpha plus h plus beta plus h. It is minus q by p. So, these is nothing but alpha plus beta plus 2h equivalent to minus q by p. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Minus b by a plus 2h is minus q by p. So, 2h will become b by a minus q by p. 2h will become b by a minus 2 by p. Don't tick mark this answer, right? It will seduce you to click mark option number A. But I got 2h, I want h. h is half of b by a minus q by p. Half of b by a minus q by p. Option number C. I hope it is clear. 17th question. Very easy question. If both the roots of the equation are greater than 3, case number 1. Case number 1. Traditional method, optimal method. Both the methods we will do it. Traditional method. Traditional method is an extremely time consuming method. Traditional method concepts I will discuss first. Traditional method concepts. What are the concepts that with? First it is root. So, discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. Root will touch the x-axis. Root will touch the x-axis. D is greater than or equivalent to 0. Both the roots are greater than 3. That means alpha is greater than 3. Beta is greater than 3. Alpha plus beta is greater than 6. Second condition. Third condition. Example. X square minus 7x plus 12 equivalent to 0. The roots are 4 and 3. Suppose if I say both are greater than 1, both the roots for these equation are greater than 1. What did we get? F of 1, 13 minus 6 greater than 0. That means third condition is, by looking at these example, f of 3 is greater than 0. F of 3 is greater than 0. F of 3 is greater than 0. That means, what are all the conditions that needs to be used here? D greater than or equivalent to 0. Alpha plus beta is greater than 6. And third condition, f of 3 is greater than 0. Lengthy approach to solve this question. All the three should be satisfied. All the three should be satisfied. All the three should be satisfied. This is traditional method. Method number 1. Method number 2. Method number 2. I will just give you a direction to solve the questions. I will give you a direction to solve the questions. See here. A is greater than 11 by 9. 11 by 9. 11 by 9 is nothing but 1.2. A is greater than 1.2. Please take A value 2. If I take A value 2, x square minus 12x plus 2 minus 4 plus 9 into 4 equivalent to 0. This is nothing but x square minus 12x. 36 plus 2, 38. 38 minus 4, 34 equivalent to 0. X square minus 12x plus 34 equivalent to 0. This is x minus 6 whole square minus 2 equivalent to 0. X square minus 12x plus 34. So, x minus 6 square is nothing but 2. So, x minus 6 will become root 2 or minus root 2. X will become 6 plus root 2 or 6 minus root 2. Are these both greater than? Are this both greater than 2 or 3? Root 2 is 1, 6 minus 1.4, both are greater. So greater than 11 by 9, it is satisfying. So what you do is, you just try to take 1.2 also to eliminate one out of these two options. I hope the idea is clear. This traditional method approach, you should avoid it, because which is very time consuming for you. Idea is clear. Take the ranges of A and substitute whether it is giving you answer or not. This 19th question, already we did it. What is the answer we got? X minus A, if it is 1, x minus 10 will be minus 1. X is nothing but 9. A is nothing but 8. X minus A is nothing but minus 1. X minus 10 is 1. X is 11. A is nothing but 12. Already we did this question at the beginning of the class. Answer for this question is 12 comma 8. Now 20th question. If the roots of the equation are real and distinct. I already told you in the workshop, algebra workshop 1. This is alpha, this is beta. This is the graph for d greater than 0 and a greater than 0. Now if you see, this is the minimum value, which is minus b by 2a, and it is minus d by 4a, and it is minus d by 4a. See here, sir, minus d by 4a. One root is less than minus b by 2a. One root is greater than minus b by 2a. You don't need to do anything. If you are good in graphs, you will come to know that one root will definitely be greater than minus b by 2a, which is real and distinct. This is the graph for a greater than 0. Even if you take a less than 0, this is alpha, this is beta, this is minus b by 2a. One is less than minus b by 2a, one is greater than minus b by 2a. For a greater than 0, it is right. For a less than 0 also, it is right. Answer for this question is option number C, which is one root is always greater than minus b by 2a. I hope it is clear.